Twin Cities, it's a special Married with Children Good Company show with your hosts, Steve and Sharon. Today, you'll meet the TV hubby we all love, Married with Children's Al Bundy. Actor Ed O'Neill is here. Anything can happen in the kitchen when Al Bundy and Sharon whip up a middle-aged spread chip dip. Find out who will win our Peg Bundy Look-A-Like Contest. And Gary takes you on a tour of the house of the future. And now, here they are, the husband and wife team, Steve and Sharon.
Welcome. Hey, do we have any Married with Children fans out there?
Oh!
Hooray!
Look at these faces. How could you tell?
Look at these faces. Who are these people, you wonder? Look at all these Al Bundy faces. Why are these people wearing these masks? Because, believe it or not, in real life, all these people are of the last name Bundy. For real, in real life. And we invited him from all over Minnesota. Thank you, Bundys. Yes.
Today is all about celebrating the Bundy family. And of course, you know, Married with Children started on the Fox network. It's going into its 6th season on Fox. And as you know, it started last night on Channel 5, KSTP, where it's going to be weeknights at 10:30 all the time now. You excited about that? Yes.
So one of the questions on your mind might be, is there really a big difference between the actor Ed O'Neill and the character he plays? We're going to have a chance to find out because he is here, and we're going to meet him in just a moment.
Right, that couch potato salesman, that guy who's kind of a slob, who's kind of dumb, that you kind of love. What's this guy's name? Al Bundy. Right, we're going to meet him in just a moment. But first of all, let's take a look at him on the show.
Honey, you're an idiot. You think that just because I don't tell you I love you, I don't want to spend any time with you, and the sound of your voice often makes me cringe, that I want another woman? You're the only one for me.
Really mean that?
But sure, what do I always say? Why go out for milk when you got a cow at home?
I understand that one of my favorite people is here visiting the Twin Cities, and so I'm going to introduce him because I feel a certain special bond with him. Anyway, this is Ed O'Neill. Hi, Eddie. Hi. See you at work.
Here he is, Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy. Yeah.
Hi.
This is one excited group. What is it about Al Bundy that captures the imagination of all these people like this?
I have no idea.
What the heck
nice,
are they
though.
doing here, huh?
You know, we
Nice
heard
to
that
see you all.
initially you weren't going to take the part. You didn't like the idea of Al Bundy.
Well, I liked the part, but my agents didn't like it. They didn't think it was any good.
Why?
I don't know. They thought it was too much like the Honeymooners or something.
Oh.
And I thought it was real funny, and then I don't think they thought the Fox network had a chance, you know? So I gave the script to my wife in my apartment in New York because we were living in Manhattan at the time. She read it and she started laughing and she was going like, "Oh no, this is horrible, oh no." And so I thought, no, I should do this.
Because she thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
And kept laughing.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it anyway.
What's the reaction of fans to you when they see you on the street? What do they say?
They usually just start laughing or something and say, you know, we like the show, you know. It's always, I don't run into people. Well, I've run into a couple who didn't like it. Hi. But most people that I talk to get a kick out of it.
Yeah. Now, you and Al really don't have very many similarities. I mean, you're totally dissimilar. You're an actor. You're not Al Bundy. There must be something you see in this guy, though, that...
There's a lot like me.
Oh, there's a lot like you. Give us one thing.
Well, I think I actually did this. I always did that myself. So, I mean, I did it on the show as like a sort of, I think I did it as like a I didn't think they'd let me do it, but then when I did it, they said, oh, well, as long as it's not down too far. It's resting, you know, we're resting. So they let me do it, and that's, but my sense of humor is sort of runs along the lines of Al's.
Kirstie Alley from Cheers was interviewed about you and said that you in real life are yummy. Now, what did she mean by yummy?
Oh.
Well, I worked with Kirstie in Sibling Rivalry, and I don't know. I mean, we got along real well, and I really like her. And I was flirting with her, but she's married, so, and I'm married, so, you know, it was just,
Yeah.
but we got along well.
But do you have children?
No, I don't have any
So you're married without children?
That's right.
All right. Are you thinking about that?
No, I hate children. No. We got married in New York City. We lived in a one-room apartment. And they were, we had no money, and we didn't have any space to have children. So it's only been recently that we've been able to think about it. And we've decided, no, we don't want any. No, we may have some.
Since you're treated so badly by your children on the show, does that make you think maybe you don't want any of your own?
No.
It doesn't matter. This is not your first trip to Minnesota. As a matter of
this
fact,
is my third.
You were here the first time as a football player, yes?
I came here a long time, well, about 50 years ago. I came here.
Right.
I went to Youngstown State University, and we played Gustavus Adolphus.
How about it? And you were playing, you said...
I was playing defensive end.
Yeah.
And it was it was hot. I remember it was very hot.
Yeah. Who won?
We won, but it was a very good game. And I enjoyed this place. And there was a bank downtown, I think in St. Paul, that had a polar bear in the window.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
You know, it might surprise people to know that when you were a teenager, you were a steel worker and a football player. Your dad was a steel worker.
That's right.
Do you think that that's really influenced your life somehow? I mean, obviously now you have huge television success, which brings enormous money. Do you still feel like you're that same guy that was working in the steel mills when you were a kid?
Well, I mean, I'm not the same guy, but I can remember it. I mean, I worked, my grandfather and my father and I worked in steel mills. And it was just something that you did if you weren't a doctor or a lawyer or, you know, which most of us in Youngstown weren't.
Right.
And, you know, I remember not wanting to retire out of the steel mills. I can remember that.
What was it that got you out of there, though? A lot of people just stay. You moved on and became a national star. How come?
I just didn't want to do it. I mean, I didn't want to stay there. I mean, I used to work in the open hearth, and I can remember the guys in their 40s coming on the 4 o'clock shift, and they weren't looking forward to it, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought, neither would I.
Yeah.
So I just left.
And the rest is history. Do you really have a black Porsche?
I do.
You really do. All right. But
like
not a
it,
place in Malibu yet.
I don't live in Malibu. I live in Venice.
All right.
Still in the ocean, though, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
It's nice.
All right.
We got a lot of fans out there who are dying to ask you some questions, and we're going to get to a Peg Look-A-Like Contest that you're going to be judging.
Okay.
You all set for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Back with more with Ed O'Neill right after this. Stay with us.
I love the day after Thanksgiving. We already got that giving thanks crap out of the way, and we get to have leftovers. Peg, is it ready yet?
Here it comes!
You know, Daddy, that was a great idea last night, to only eat the cheese so we'd have the crust for today.
Yeah.
And if you ain't the big daddy, well, you ain't nobody.
You ain't nobody.
If you ain't the big daddy, you ain't nobody.
You ain't nobody.
And if you ain't the big daddy, well, you ain't nobody.
You ain't nobody.
If you ain't the big daddy, you ain't nobody.
You ain't nobody.
Yeah, those were great TV dads from the past, and we have the new one, Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill. Ed, we looked at some of those famous TV dads, Robert Young, Father Knows Best, you know, Ozzie Nelson, you know, all those guys.
Cosby.
Right. Bill Cosby. What do you think? How do you compare yourself as Al Bundy with them?
Well, our show is kind of an anti-sitcom, so it's sort of the opposite of those dads. And that was the idea, I think, that the writers had at the beginning. They wanted to do something, you know, the opposite of those guys.
Exactly.
I watched all those guys. You know, I like those shows.
Who was your favorite, by the way?
Well, my favorite, I think, was Jackie Gleason in The Honeymooners was my favorite. I think him and I like Sid Caesar. Well, of course, he wasn't a dad, was he?
Yeah.
I liked Carol O'Connor, All in the Family.
We went out in the Twin Cities to get reactions to the character Al Bundy. Now, Ed hasn't seen these. Let's see what these people had to say.
Al Bundy, he's the all-American fool. No, he's a good guy.
I think he's cool.
He's a good guy. I like his style.
He's pretty obnoxious.
True American hero. Definitely a role model for me.
Al Bundy, a great guy except for his socks.
I think he's a pig.
I think Al Bundy is a great shoe salesman.
He likes him too. He comes home at night, lays down on the couch, sticks his hand in his pants. Just like Al.
I love him. Why? Because he's just like my dad. Perfect.
Well, Ed, it's easy to take the good ones. I love him and this and that. But how about that lady said, I think he's a pig? I mean, how do you really react to that?
Well, I think, you know, it's good. I mean, I think that if everybody likes anything, it's kind of boring. You know, it's good to have both sides.
Yeah, but you're messing with the kind of the image of the perfect American family, of course.
Yeah, well, that's kind of dangerous.
It is.
But I think it's kind of funny. I mean, we have a lot of fun with it. It's not, you know, we don't do the show to teach anybody anything. Or, I mean, I think people that watch sitcoms to learn something are in trouble anyway, you know. So, I mean, I think it's just funny. I mean, we're just trying to make people laugh. That's all we try to do.
Yeah.
Why did they have you marry a character like Peg Bundy?
I'm sorry, what you said?
Why did you marry a character like Peg? Why did they
well,
set
you know,
that?
in the story, we're high school sweethearts, and Peg was quite a little sexy number in high school. But, you know, you're young. When you get older, you'll find out things change.
Yes. Question? This question is directly for Al. Al, why do I keep getting your telephone calls at 3 a.m.?
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Because you're a Bundy, right?
Right.
Oh.
One of the many Bundys here today. You really do? People are calling you?
Yes.
Sorry.
Notoriety now.
That's right.
Hi, I'd like to, in the movie roles that I've seen you in, I was wondering if you're going to be doing more movies or where your career's going.
Yeah, I'm going to do some stuff. I did that movie Dutch, but nobody saw it. But I just did a little part in a movie called Wayne's World that is the 2-hour movie from the Saturday Night Live skit with Dana Carvey and Mike Myers, and I think that's kind of funny.
I mean, there was some fear of your being typecast, even on your part, wasn't there? That they say you are Al Bundy and that's it?
Well, you know, that could happen, but I don't really, you know, I can't control it, so I just do what I can do and see what happens, you know.
How did you become personally the most relaxed guy in the universe? I mean, obviously you are so laid back.
I'm really not that relaxed. I
You're
just
not.
act like I'm relaxed.
Okay.
Yes. Well, this one's for Al. I want to know how many nights a week you bowl and what's your average?
I don't know how many nights a week he bowls a lot, though. I mean, he bowls maybe twice a week. But his average, he's a pretty good bowler.
200?
I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
And you yourself are an athlete still, right?
Well,
No, not really.
I used to be an athlete.
Handball, I hear?
I play handball.
Yeah.
I do. I still play handball. In fact, I played yesterday at Venice Beach. I played 3-wall and 4-wall. There's a lot of good handball players in Minneapolis.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nick Evangelista is a good player around here, and there's a lot of good ones.
All right, I understand that you cook, too. Is that true?
Well,
Wait, all this stuff was on your bio. You
I
got to
know.
cook. We're going to cook
I do
in a
cook
minute.
a little bit, yes.
You
All
and
right.
Sharon are going to cook.
We are.
Did you know you were going to cook with them?
I knew that.
We're going to cook something called middle-aged spread. You ready?
Perfect.
All right. Stay with us. We'll be back with more with Ed O'Neill.
Boy, what a hard day at work I had today. My feet are killing me. Wish I had some nice slippers to put them in. Well, it's not quite it, but try to remember this for when we go to the beach.
You want another burger, Al? They're almost finished.
Children fans in our audience, and if you watch the show, you know that Peg Bundy is not exactly fond of being in the kitchen, and when she does go in the kitchen, I guess some of the results are questionable. Not a great cook.
That's right.
And yet, would you believe this woman has a cookbook out? Yes, it's called Pig Out with Peg, and it's full of tips from the Bundy family and also recipes that we're going to cook today with Ed O'Neill. You ready?
Yes.
Now, I read that you cook, so I'm counting on you.
I do cook a bit.
Okay, well, at least you'll get a chance to taste.
It's called survival cooking.
Survival cooking, I can relate. Come on down here. We're going to do something now called middle-aged spread. What do you think?
All right, well, it's appropriate.
All right, well, let's try it. Okay, why don't you just dump this in here? I'll tell you what it is, okay? Start with a ½ pound of cream cheese. Toss that right in there.
Is this a cheese curd we're making here?
No, it's just this cream cheese. Just
Everyone's
plain old cream
talking
cheese.
about these cheese curds to me.
Oh, did you have to try out here?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, this is just plain old cream cheese.
Oh.
Okay, here are some of these little baby shrimp.
Okay.
You're supposed to put in 10 ounces of tiny cooked shrimp.
So 10 ounces is like...
I think we measured it already.
This is it?
Yeah, just toss it in there. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think these things have much flavor, do you?
No, these are actually freshwater shrimp.
Really?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah,
So they have no flavor?
they have no flavor.
Are you kidding me? You really know this? Okay. Sour cream. Put
Those
that
are Lake
sour
Erie
cream in.
shrimp.
Oh, yuck.
Huh? All this.
Yeah, this is sour cream. A ½ cup of sour cream goes in there.
All right.
2½ tablespoons of lemon juice. This gives a
Okay.
little bit of a zip.
I'm having a barbecue later with the Bundys.
Oh, here, you know, it's just measured. You
Oh,
can
it's
toss it
measured.
right in there. Are you going to cook at this barbecue
I'm
with the
gonna
Bundy
eat.
families?
Eat.
What kind of stuff do Bundys
Ribs,
eat at a
chicken.
gathering?
Ribs, chicken,
Yeah.
hot links,
Yeah.
all the good high cholesterol stuff.
Did your dad cook?
Yeah, my father cooks.
Does he really?
Yeah. You don't want to eat it, though.
Oh, really? Is your dad at all like Al Bundy? You can
My
tell us.
dad?
You won't see this, yeah.
Yeah, he is a little
How
bit.
so?
He's not very bright,
Yeah.
and he's not successful.
Yeah.
He's unhappily married. He's getting old.
Yeah.
He's not good in bed. It's a lot like Al.
How do you know that about your dad?
My mother tells me.
Oh, does she really? Now, I understand that Al is teaching us something really important about sex, and that is that sex can be a job for people, huh?
Yes.
Is that right?
Well, it is a job, isn't it? It's for most people.
It's a job? Let's get back to this. Little Worcestershire
You better
sauce.
do it. You find out it's a job.
You're right. A little
If you
Worcestershire.
don't do it, huh?
Is it a job, Edelman?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, right.
What can he say?
Yeah, well,
11 years.
11 years?
Yeah.
He's just hoping for employment.
Must be doing the job.
Well, how many years have you been married, Ed?
12.
12. He's
Really?
ahead of us there.
So maybe that's what happens at 12. It gets to be a job.
I'm doing the job.
All right, let's finish. So that's 1½ teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. That
Okay.
goes in there, okay? I don't know what this is going to taste like. 1 teaspoon ground nutmeg. Nutmeg in a
Nutmeg.
spread.
Mhm.
Okay, and then a little Tabasco sauce and some
Mhm.
salt and pepper. You do the salt and pepper, I'll do the Tabasco. Oh, I
Just
put
a
a lot of
little bit.
Tabasco in there, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to have a zip.
Mhm.
All right, then you're just going to mix that all up, and voila.
And that's it?
Middle-aged spread.
Oh
Want
my
to try
God.
it? Do you
No, I
dare?
don't want to try it.
You're kidding, really?
I made it. I don't want to eat it.
Well, this one was made by somebody who knew what they were doing, so
Oh,
we don't have
well,
to
I'll
take
try
any
it.
responsibility for this.
Great. No, it isn't bad.
I think it's terrible.
I kind of
It's
like
all
it.
nutmeg. Who ever heard of nutmeg in a spread? That's bizarre. Oh, well, we have to go to break. We're done. All right.
Tried it here too, Sharon.
What
What'd
did
you
they
think of it?
I thought it was great.
You did?
Really?
I thought it was good. I'd like to try it in a gyro sandwich. I just had a gyro sandwich, and I think this might...
They like this stuff. They have many different uses for it too, huh?
Really? I guess you
Yeah.
gotta
Okay,
be
you're
ready.
ahead. Hey, we got to break away, but we have some super bargains for you. Half-price deals. There's one at Domino's, one at Hardee's, and the third. And we'll be right back. Ed O'Neill's going to stay with us.
And I can't understand a single word. Well, is he serious or is he playing? Ooh, my, when I listen about
Hey, if you just joined us, we're having a Married with Children love-in. Ed O'Neill is here, and we thought we'd do something special. We've been joined by Dave Dahl from KSTP Meteorologist, and we thought we'd have a Peg Bundy Look-A-Like Contest. Now, how do you like it?
It's frightening.
Look up on our stage, and you'll see we have cutouts of the key characters in the show, and you'll see Peg right over there on the left. That's the way she looks. We invited our viewers to join this competition, and we have some nice prizes and people from all over the place that are going to compete. Just in case you haven't seen the show, we thought we would show you what Peg Bundy looks like. Watch. Thanks, buddy.
It's kind of ditzy, but I mean, it's a lot of fun because her and her husband and everybody gets along great on that show.
If that's typical American housewife, I'm in big trouble. We don't dress alike.
She doesn't want to do anything but sex. She is the hottest babe, man. Totally excellent. She can come over to my house any day.
She has a large head of hair.
She's kind of a bitch. I hate to be married to her.
All right. A lot of attitudes. How about you, Dave? You got one about it?
Totally awesome.
Totally awesome. There you go. All right. We're going to meet our candidates now, and you guys are going to judge, and we're going to want a first runner-up and a winner, all right? Here we go. First, contestant number 1 is Chris Gunner from Becker, Minnesota. Chris, here she comes.
Hi, I'm Peg. And Al, there you are. Did you hear? The one who wins. We get to go home with you. I can't wait. I know you won't disappoint me. And by the way, a family heirloom. I found it at Marcy's garage sale. Can you believe it? Little baby buck. Oh.
All right. Okay, Chris, I've never seen flesh-colored oh, they're gold. And now it's time for Joey Latursky from Coon Rapids, contestant number 2.
Hi, I'm Peg. Hi, Aunt Honey. Look what I bought for you at the garage sale. It's for your favorite room, the bathroom.
All right, now each one of our contestants, by the way, was asked to bring a garage sale item. Number 3, Debbie Serrano from South St. Paul.
Hi, Al. I got these shoes at a garage sale. They're from the 60s. You remember the 60s, Al, when we used to do it more than just once a year?
Pulling out all the stops. Here comes Stephanie Veith from Eden Prairie.
Because you only have one mouth.
Here comes Pat Dansdale from Hudson, Wisconsin.
I got this at a garage sale because Harpo Marx is my ideal man. He's cute, he's funny, and he loves to chase women. I can't remember the last time we played Catch Me, Catch Me. Anyways, he's also a good provider. He's an expert pickpocket, and he can fit half a Dayton's under his trench coat. Thank you.
All right, it's time for contestant number 6. Here comes Noreen Natardi from Lake Elmo.
Well, let's see what I got in my cookie jar. It sure ain't cookies. Oh, it's Al and me from a past life. Got a little something for the other chicks here. World's Greatest Loser, in case they want a little souvenir to bring home. Get your motor started, Al. I'm all yours tonight, babe.
All right. And finally, contestant number 7. Here comes Jennifer Reed from St. Paul.
Hi, Al. Look what I bought at garage sale today for our new baby. Won't he look so cute in him? I can't wait till he comes. We can name him Al after you.
All right. Those are our 7 contestants, and now our judges are going to have the very difficult task of figuring out which of these people should be the winner. Any comments?
Someone put a bullet in me.
That's good. We like it. Dave, any comments yet?
You know, they're all very, very good, but I think he's the only one that can tell us who's the true peg.
Well, I'll tell you what, while you guys are discussing this and comparing notes, we have a very special surprise. For those of you who just tuned in, we have Bundys from all over the state of Minnesota who have come here today, and Sharon is with them to tell us what's up. Sharon?
That's right. I want you to see him in just a moment. But first of all, we took a little poll to see who came the furthest, and we have Bundys from Cincinnati here. Could you stand up over there, the Cincinnati Bundys? Just give a wave. We're going to get everybody standing up in a minute. And over here, we've got a California Bundy. Can we get you to stand up and just give a wave? She came all the way from California. They just happened to be in town, actually, because they were getting free T-shirts and tickets to the fair. And everybody else who's a Bundy, stand up, and we'll show how many actually came to the Bundy Family reunion out here. And I'm standing right next to a fellow who happens to be called, you see it, Al Bundy. Really?
Yes.
Truly?
Yes.
What happens to you because your name is Al Bundy?
Phone calls in the middle of the night.
What do they say?
They ask for Peg or for Kelly or for Bud.
Do you laugh?
No, I hang up on them.
Yeah, I'll bet. And this is your daughter,
Yes.
Shayna. Shayna, why don't you stand? You were telling me a little story about being a Bundy. What happens to you?
They tease me at school.
They tease you at school. What do they say?
Well, they make fun of my dad.
No, your dad? Is he at all like Al Bundy on TV?
No.
No. So you don't deserve that kind of thing. Well, we're glad you all came out to our Bundy family reunion. Hope you have fun.
Thank you.
They have a big family reunion and meal tonight, so enjoy. Steve?
Okay, it's now the moment of truth. Now, our first runner-up gets a $50 gift certificate to W.A. Frost Restaurant, a wonderful place in St. Paul. And also, this is a special prize. You guys didn't even see this. You know what this is? Why don't you grab one, Ed? This is a set of what they call yard butts. That's right, a very tasteful prize. And as you can see, it's so good it didn't even get a chuckle from about 1,000 people. Anyway, they get that. So the first runner-up is?
Number 4.
Okay, number 4 is Stephanie Veith from Eden Prairie. Stephanie, you are our first runner-up. Congratulations. We want to mention that each one of our contestants, why don't you stand up for a moment, is going to get one of these Married with Children T-shirts so you can remember about the big occasion here, and they look like this. Thank you. All right. Now, we want to say that our winner is going to get a $50 gift certificate to W.A. Frost and one night at a beautiful place. It's a suite at the Radisson Plaza in downtown Minneapolis. Just a wonderful place. Now, before you announce it, tell us what it is you were looking for when you chose this particular person as the winners, both you guys.
Well, I just had that certain something that I know.
I was just waiting until he started to sweat, and then I realized that was the real one.
That was the one.
And the winner of our Peg Bundy Look-A-Like Contest is...
Number 1.
Number 1, Chris Gunner of Becker, Minnesota. Chris, meet Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy himself. And don't forget, Married with Children is here on KSTP at 10:35, Monday through Friday. That is it. There they are, Al and Peg Bundy for the Twin Cities. Good luck, Ed. Thank you. Thank you, Dave Dahl.
Who do you think you're fooling? I just saw you get into bed. Let's go, Al.
Peg, I feel uncomfortable fooling around with other people in the house. You know, Steve and Marcy, the kids, you.
Shut up and pleasure me.
Well, this is my favorite time of year because the Parade of Homes has been going on for the last few weekends. It goes on continuing through next weekend.
Hey, honey.
Yeah.
I thought we'd point out we're married with child.
We are married with child, our
Right.
own special child. Hi, Duder. Hi. There are more houses to go through. Isn't that good news?
No.
No. I dread
She says
David
no
through these
because
houses
Sharon
with me.
loves to go through houses.
I
It's kind of
just
a
love
hobby.
it. Yeah. But anyway, the Parade of Homes, if you haven't been out there yet, is still going on. And there's one special house out there that was put together called the House of the Future. We sent Gary out there to tell us what it's all about. Yeah?
Right now you're looking at home number 175 in the current Parade of Homes guide. It's in Shorewood, and they call it the home of the future. Now inside, this 4,200 square foot home is made to seem even larger because of this large open central room that you find immediately upon entering. A nice fireplace there is a central focal point to a room that they call the us room. It's kind of like a large entertaining, socializing room that flows right into the kitchen and dining area. Now notice I said dining area and socializing area because you see there is no formal living room or dining room in this house because, well, they're just rooms that we really don't use that much. What we do use, you just had a chance to look at the big TV, of course, is listen to music and videos and stereos and TV and stuff like that. This has an up-to-the-date video and stereo system. Also, it has a computer that controls a number of functions. For example, this house presets button here tells you that you can control such things as lights, drapes, temperature, and all kinds of things, whether you're at home, away from home, sleep, or awake in the morning, so that just by pushing the button, and it's pre-programmed so that if you're on vacation, the lights turn on and off automatically. In the morning, the lights come on, the windows open, and all kinds of things happen. Futuristic stuff electronically. They also have some futuristic stuff in the kitchen. Now, as I move into the kitchen, I should point out that this home was built by Lundgren Brothers Construction in conjunction with and for the PBS television show Home Time. And there'll be a number of shows just on this home in November, but you're getting a little preview look right here. Now, here in the kitchen, some neat things. For example, here is a 4-compartment refrigerator freezer. 4 compartments because the 2 refrigerators and 2 freezers can be set for different temperatures because different foods require different temperatures. That's kind of a neat feature. All of the cabinets, there are some stylized elements to the cabinet and yet efficient at the same time. So there's some kind of curves and bends that give you some not only style but function as well. A very nice food preparation area here in terms of the cooking on the countertop. But there's other preparation areas that I have to show you too. For example, here is another freezer compartment here that you would put stuff just for the microwave. That's because the microwave is directly above it. Very convenient, they're right together. Also on the other wall opposite that is another sink area for preparation of vegetables, and below that is a refrigerator where you can adjust the temperature again just for vegetables. So a lot of things going on here, and this is what it'll be like in the future. Now, just off the kitchen and the us room is a room that, well, it's unlike any I've ever seen in any other home we've ever toured. They call it the activity room. A lot of natural light through all of the glass that you see, which really makes it a room that is so well lit you can do all kinds of fun projects in here, and it's big enough that you can really spread things out like they've done here. They've kind of recreated somebody maybe sewing here, some arts and crafts projects going on here. I mean, I can see kids doing all kinds of fun things, building things, making things, and having a place big enough to do it and a place to wash up as well right afterwards. There's also a bathroom and the laundry room attached to these rooms as well. But what really makes it kind of fun is that it's big enough and to do a lot of things. It's close enough to the rest of the house that you can kind of pop in and out. And if you want to leave it messy, well, no problem. You can close it off and nobody will know just how big a mess you have. And now we have moved to the master bedroom suite, where a large vaulted ceiling makes this room seem a little bigger than it really is. It's certainly not the large, massive, sprawling master bedroom suites that we may have seen in homes in the past, but it is certainly a big enough room to be a comfortable room to spend some time in. They said they made this room a little bit smaller because, well, in the future, we're really not going to be spending that much time in here. However, you will want to have the control panel that ties into the computer and video system. It's put in by the folks from Advanced Entertainment Systems, and once again, it's just like the one that we saw earlier, and it allows you to control stereo, video, lights, curtains, and all kinds of things from your master bedroom. There's another kind of fun element here too. Walk-in closets are supposed to be the ideal. Well, here is a closet that's certainly big enough to walk into, but you don't have to, because they have put everything on a carousel system that brings the clothes right to you. Around and around you go until you get the items you want. Now that is definitely something from the future. But there is one more room I just have to show you. And that would be the master bath, because it features a deep tub to soak in next to a glassed-in shower that you can enter from the bathroom area or directly from the tub. And you'll notice the window behind the tub. Well, I'm going to push a button over here and watch. That's right. I am electronically making that window opaque. So it allows some light to come in, but not the viewing people outside. Futuristic? You bet. And a lot more here that I haven't even had time to show you. So come on down and see this home in Shorewood while the parade of homes lasts. We'll check out some more goodies and have more good company right after this. Take a look at the window one more time. That's good.
There's a wonderful camp where victims of MS can go to really get closer to nature. It's called Camp Courage, and that is the subject of Mike Brunswick's People.
This home video has captured the opening ceremonies under the early evening stars. It's the beginning of a week-long camp for adults with multiple sclerosis. With help from a volunteer, camper Bob Huber knocks a partially burned coal into the fire, a coal that has burned in the ashes of 10 years of camps. Memories of those camps will help keep the fire warm as they begin a week of making new memories under the stars. The place is called Camp Courage, near Maple Lake, Minnesota. It is where people like Bob Huber can experience things they might not ever thought possible in the outside world.
To get that kind of inspiration, to try new things, I think that's what life's all about.
Life to Bob has always been trying new things. Attempting to ride in a canoe as a quadriplegic is his latest new thing. At one time, he was a star athlete, competing nationally in gymnastics, swimming, and track. He was a hunter, fisherman, trapper, adventurer.
And everything came pretty easy to me because I was very coordinated. Now things have changed.
How's that?
That's acceptable.
Okay.
The changes were gradual. He fell from a 25-foot guard tower in Vietnam back in 1969, then spent a decade tripping and falling as if he were drunk, deteriorating slowly until finally becoming a quadriplegic in 1985. But Bob hasn't lost his spirit of adventure, and the reason is this camp. It is here he developed a close friendship with two nurses, Patty O'Brien and Fern Wilcox. And knowing Bob's spirit of adventure, they asked him to go along with them on a safari to Africa.
I said, geez, that sounds like a damn good idea.
Their journey was spectacular, and he says it was the first time many Africans had ever seen a person in a wheelchair.
How you doing, Bob?
He thinks his trip proves
if you find people that will help you do things, you can do and accomplish anything.
the kind of people, the kind of friends that help create memories, the kind you're likely to meet at a place called Camp Courage.
It's very appropriate that the MS camp would be at a place called Camp Courage. It is, after all, this place that gave Bob Huber his courage to take that trip to Africa.
And being at camp with a good friend under the sky, along the shore, seems to fill one with a sense of solitude without feeling alone.
The friendships at Camp Courage that we develop and have with each other are very hard to describe to people who haven't experienced camp.
And there are a high number of returning volunteers here, and it's because we all enjoy being together so much.
And the camaraderie and the love that is generated here is just, it just blows your mind. You can hardly wait till next year.
And that's that word, the word thank you just doesn't seem to be enough, but I don't know what else to say. Thanks.
And like its beginning, the camp ends with a campfire, and the coals from it, and the fires of 10 camps before, are handed out to the campers. All of their memories, and the memories of campers and volunteers from MS camps spanning 11 years, are in the campfire's coals. And no matter how tough, how awkward it may be, they each seem to find a way to place one in the bag for next year's fire.
This is the toughest part of the whole trip. When we break up, I doubt there'll be a dry eye in the house. It gets that emotional.
It is an emotional experience, this place called Camp Courage.
And as I saw the morning star come up over the
Thanks to the Classics, our band out here at the State Fairgrounds. You did a great job, guys. Thank you. Coming up at our next show, Mrs. Fields. You've heard of Mrs. Fields Cookies? There really is a Mrs. Fields. She's a wonderful entrepreneur and cookie maker, and she'll tell us what it took to get to the top.
And our bargain hunter, Colleen Lopez, has gone out and to find ways that we can save money on upholstery, including do-it-yourself. She's going to show us how.
We have a wonderful crowd out here. Thanks to all of you for joining us for Good Company. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed it. And thank you. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
We'd like to thank Iton Chevrolet at 1694 on Brooklyn Boulevard for providing the RV for the Good Company staff and guests at the fair. Special thanks to Holman Olson for the Good Company set decorations, Golden Valley Microwave Foods for sponsoring the band and complimentary popcorn for our audience, and Goodwill Specialties for providing the Good Company t-shirts. Also, thanks to the Classics for performing daily. For booking information, call Jimmy Allen Management at 645-7299.
Where the jockey is at the hop. All the cats and chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Well, let's go. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh, baby, let's go to the hop. Oh, baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Hey, here we go. Chicken in the hop. Do the dance sensation, dance sweep.